Hi guys, so for today's Busted Out, I'm going to make some simple flowers. I'm bringing out my Heartfelt Creations Cherry Blossom bundle. I've had it for a little while. I think I did a video like well after I had picked it up, and so this will be maybe one of the second times that I've actually used it. If it's still available or if I have links, those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you're purchasing those links. Of course, I think Heartfelt Creations themselves has them, you know. That's where they come from. I got mine at HSN. Some other outlets have them. But, so what happened is for the swap, this one, I made these rolled flowers and I like them, but I kind of wanted to do like, a layered flower that was a little more involved than just like the die cutting one I did here. And so these are pretty, I don't know, maybe I'll still stick with that one, but I want to try something else today and then we'll see if that's what I end up using. Because I still wanted to mix my colors, and so for the potpourri swap, the whole thing was two-tone spring, you know, palette kind of flowers, and I chose coral and cream, and then I'm accenting them with a little bit of gold because I had said you can use a third like accent or background colors, and sometimes you might have to use like a white or black or silver or gold or something to complement whatever it is that you're doing, right? Flower centers or things like that. And so that's what I was doing. And so today what I wanted to do was one that was maybe stamped and inked up and done some fun things with, and I just didn't do that. I did some other things because obviously in that video I have to do all my flowers to show you guys. So I kind of had to keep it a little more simple than what I was thinking initially. So I might swap those out for these guys, but let me find the right one. Is this the one with flowers? Yeah, so this is a set with the flowers. So cute, and the little birds are so cute, but again, we're not including other things, it's just flowers and leaves. And so, I have a little flower left over in here. How funny. Did I know that was there? I guess there's some at the bottom. I'm going to do something very similar because the colorway I used here was more pink, but I'm going to go with the coral. And I think what I'm going to do is cut it from beige paper because I wanted to mix that, like the cream and the coral together in one flower, which I didn't really do. I think I kept everything kind of separate. The only thing with these is that they definitely have a style to them, right? Because we're going to stamp them. So they're going to be very different from the other flowers. But if you didn't want to, I suppose you could just use the shape and make your flowers that way. You don't have to stamp them and then do the shaping, right? Hope that makes sense. And then the other thing is I like to wet them a little bit. I'm going to spray them for them to mold. So I definitely need an ink that's not going to move around with the water. So I probably grab a hybrid ink. And I want a coral color, so I'm trying to think if I have anything like that. Maybe from the Diamond Press set. No, those are water-based. Sorry, no, we don't want that. I'm going to look through all the different hybrid inks that I have, if I have one that would work. Hopefully I find one. Okay, so this is what's interesting. So this one's called Peachy, but this is the kind of the thing that I would think is more like the coral color. I know for sure I have coral colors in the my old Close to My Heart stamping ones, like Sorbet, which would be really what I want to use. I think those move with the water, though. I don't think they're water. We'll see. I'll be right back. That was fun. Looking through all these things, I was like, oh, my Nuvo hybrids, you know, like those inks, but I don't really have a coral color. I have a lot of oranges, I have red, I have yellow, other colors. So I did go and grab some colors, like this is super old from Close to My Heart. I'm surprised it's not the one that opens. Actually, this is the old one, right? Don't the new ones open a different way? Yeah, the new ones are totally different. But anyway, this color is very close to what I would like, but it was really this Diamond Press color that I really wanted. So I think I'm going to mix both of them. This will be like for the actual stamping, and then this will be for doing a little highlighting in there. And then I have an idea that's crazy enough to work, maybe, because these are both water-based. I don't really want to spray water on them. Maybe I can spray on the back, maybe real quickly. It might not make a difference. But again, like I said, we can just cut them out and do some inking and don't even do the stamping. I think I'm going to spray them with alcohol. We will see how that works. Now this paper is really thick. It's what I wanted to use. So the other thing we'll try out today is if this will go through the Spellbinders Aqua, the Platinum machine, because I should. I just need to know the sandwich for that, so we'll work on that too today. So let me see. I don't think I need all of this kind of thing, but we might. So let's bring that out. And I think I'm going to layer them so that they have like 2 layers. So we're going to do some fun stuff, but also have a flower that's about the same size as that rolled flower. I still want something that's a little bit bigger flower in my little bag here. And so I'm going to try this out. And And some of you guys already have yours in the mail. You guys are awesome. I mean, I could have, you know, these little tiny ones. I think I'm going to, like I said, do the bigger flower. I'm still going to just die cut leaves. I'm not going to cut the leaves from this, but at least that's my plan. Okay. This is so interesting. So this is a really thick stamp, so it's already touching. Generally what happens is you put your little clear stamp on it, and these little things, these little guys on this platform at least, keep it from touching until you're kind of ready, and then you push down. But this is like, it's going to touch as soon as you put it down, so that's fine. I'm going to use the sorbet, like I said, the darker color. And I'm just going to ink that up. I was touching ink colors with my finger, like that will give you a good idea of what the ink color is, right? And then I was putting on some Happy Mail that I got, which I need to show you guys. A couple of cards that came in the mail. But anyway, let's see here. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, that is so pretty. Ah. So, I don't know if I'm going to do all my flowers today. I probably should, just to get them going. But I'm going to stamp out several, okay? So I'll be back. For the last two, I did move or reposition this because I need 24 flowers because they're each gonna have 2 layers. I need 12, and this is exactly 24. Now, did I confuse myself halfway through? Because when I go to do the die cutting, you know, the die is set in a certain way. I'm gonna have to do like 3, 3. I can kind of tell what's going on, but you know what I'm saying? When I go to place the die, it's in sets of 3. So I can still figure it out. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let me clean this up and I'll be right back. Ah. First I open this up, and first thing I do is get my fingers in there. Okay. I guess I'll use a new one. I don't know. Sometimes I'll like try to pick a color. Like it could be any of these, but these are kind of deeper, so. And all I'm gonna do is take this, and again, I mean, I'm even gonna put some gold glitter in the very center, but all I'm gonna do is take this little guy, see how colored up it gets, okay. And just kind of, just in the very center, I'm just gonna push some color out. And just quickly, because these are both water-based, and I don't know if the water from this is going to reactivate the water from before, but all I'm doing is just adding a little more color in there. And I'm going to do it to all of them. And I'm not even being neat about it because Heartfelt Creations does their stuff in a way that it cuts like right on the line, like so pretty, so I love that. So whatever I do here, you know, as messy as it looks, it is not going to matter. So again, I'm just trying to not get it too wet. And hopefully, you know, you can kind of see what's going to happen with the little flower. It's a little coral, it's a little cream, and that's what I wanted to do initially. In my head, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, and it just didn't get out there. I just did kind of cardstock that was one color, cardstock that was another. And I have been asked by several people, and I mentioned in the video, like obviously, like even right now, I'm using 2 different colors of like coral because we have to layer it up, right? So any value of the colors that you choose is fine. So I'm going to say like, oh, if you have a dark, like a light blue, and go like aqua or something, I mean, that's a different color, right? But lighter blue and darker blue, that's like a step up from what you're using if you need it for the layers, then yeah, for sure. Or purple, right? Don't, you know, these are spring colors. I guess there are spring colors that are deep purple, but you know, the lighter purple, and you might have to use like a medium and a little bit darker, but not like completely a different color, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Some folks had asked if the whole bag can be one color, a whole bag can be another color, a whole bag can be another color, like 4 different colors. And I was like, no, because the whole thing is 2-tone. You're picking 2, and all your bags are gonna be exactly the same. And I don't mean the exact same design, which it is, yes. Like every one of my bags is gonna look just like this. I mean colors and everything, right? So everything that's in here is gonna be the same as the next one, the next one, the next one. Color and design. Okay, guys? So anyway, that was kind of quick. I was going to say I'll be right back. I just have a few more to do, but I'll be right back. Okay. So you know, I said I'm going to spray them with alcohol. To be honest, you don't have to spray them with anything. I just like the way they feel after you've wet them and you mold them. And sometimes it helps with the molding, especially with this paper. It's really thick. It's heavyweight paper. They feel crunchy and they feel awesome. And I like that. So that's just a personal thing. Now, like I said, my dye is all over the place. But you can kind of tell, like, this guy and then these two are off here. And she puts them right on there. So let me see. Like, that looks pretty great. That one looks a little bit off. And then this one. Now, do you want to do an aperture? Sure. But I can see really well in there. So what I'm going to do is tape this one down. And then the next one I'll show you what I mean by an aperture. And that way you can, you know, have your ideas of how you want to work with your dyes. Let's see. I'm kind of putting it so they don't move, but that wasn't real close. Of course, I can cut all these down and then run them through the Marquee or any other machine, but for now, why do I have receipts? Receipts here. Oh, alright. Oh my gosh, I just realized that I still have my, I'm telling you, the Cricut Joy is plugged in. When it's plugged in, it's just on. Like, it doesn't turn off. You can't even turn it off from, like, a Cricut app or whatever. It's always on. Which is a real bummer, because that means that light's been just sitting there on for a day now. Anyway, alright, so I'm going to roll that through. And then I have these beautiful little flowers. I mean, that's pretty spot on, right? I'm a little bit off on that one, but, like, that's pretty great from just looking down into them. So let me show you right quick. I mean, look at that, you guys. Like, just perfectly on there. What I would do if you want to do an aperture, this is what happens when you use, I reuse and reuse and reuse my best ever craft tape, but you really shouldn't. I said after probably the second use, that's probably good, because the third time, it just gets stickier and stickier, you know? It's perfect, and then all of a sudden it gets so sticky that it might tear your paper. So I reuse it because I'm like that, but it can start doing that kind of thing. Okay. Let me show you what I mean by an aperture. Oh, and of course, you guys, I cleaned up this weekend a little bit. And that was partly going through my little junk area here. Scrap area. Let me see if I can find a scrap piece of paper. Okay, well, this is kind of a big one, but that's okay. So what I do is I'll take that, I'll tape it down. So this is just a scrap piece of paper. If you want to use it for a drop shadow, then definitely coordinate it with what you're doing. That way you'll cut out the drop shadow and you can use it. Instead of just having a scrap piece of paper you're going to toss. And then I run it through, so it's holding on. And I show this kind of often. This is just something, actually, I probably learned from Heartfelt Creations like 12, 13, 14 years ago. Whenever they had flowers that were real intricate, back in the day, the dyes were totally different and you would have to know pretty much where you were cutting or else it would be horrible. But look, if I decide to cut this from, you know, a color I wanted to use, or even color these now or ink it up, I can use these to make little flowers too. Okay, so you do this and you just kind of open it up like this. And then I come back over here and I think, let's see, it's like this set. And you can see through there and you're looking through the aperture that you just cut. And wherever that is, when you lay it down, that is where you will be cutting. So like that looks pretty good. A little bit off there, a little bit off here. Right there would be perfect. Flip it back over, let it tape down. This might be a little bit too big for me to run back through. Add more tape because you definitely don't want this to move, right? So a little tape there. I'm taping it to like my paper. And I'm going to trim this off because I don't really need that to stay. And that way I can just run it back through. And we will run this through back towards me. And the accuracy is just that much better, right? Where on the first one I was kind of off on one of them. Let's go, buddy. Come on out. It's just better. But again, she cuts them so close now that you can pretty much see right through them. You know, you don't have to do the little aperture trick. But there they are. Okay, I will continue cutting out the rest of them and I'll be right back. I was just thinking, I could finish the rest off camera. Like, I can get this video going. I don't know why I'm like, I'm just going to cut them all out. Okay. because I have other videos I need to get going too. So this is something I can work on right quick, show you guys, and then keep working on it. So this is the other question. Okay, so we can do 5 at a time, which is awesome. What I need to know is, do they fit with just these 2? This is the molding tray, which is awesome, but I want to see how thick that is. Okay, that doesn't feel like much resistance, but at the same time, sometimes you never know. Like, because this thing's already pushing in on your flowers, so it depends, you know. I'll try it out, and then we'll see. So I'm going to place these little guys in here, and I'm putting them face down so that when this pushes into it, the petals are kind of cupped up like this. If you want to do it the other way, however you like. I don't even think it matters the shape, because I don't think these are symmetrical, but you know, once you put them in here, it's like not the biggest deal. Now, let me see. My spray bottle sometimes gives me problems. Let me see. I'm gonna give it a little pop open. I don't know why I'm working all in this one little area, but okay. Put those in there. This is just alcohol, and we'll see what happens. All right, I'm gonna spray them again. See, I told you, sometimes this thing gives me problems. I have to like give it a little pop. That might have been a little too much alcohol, but that's okay. And we're gonna place this over here, and we will see how that works. Like even right now when I crunched it, I can feel that they're already taking shape, so let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't know that that even did much. It did something. I can feel a little resistance. And let me open this up. You guys, they're in there. I mean, they look great. Actually, this is better than the Cuttlebug. I can tell already because they didn't rip. And the Cuttlebug, almost every time I did it, it didn't matter how much little pressure I put, it still kind of tore them. Aww. A little fading there, but that's about it. Not bad. Okay, I'm gonna do less spraying, but that's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna do another set and I'll be back. That was so much fun. And yeah, I just oversprayed that first one, remember, because of the way I sprayed it. So the rest of them are just like perfect. Perfect, perfect. Yay! You see how cute they are? And then, like, you know, most of the time I just use the one layer, but we are gonna layer them up a couple times, I think, and just to make them extra, like, extra. But what I'm gonna do when I do that is I want the second layer, the one that's going to come in, to be really kind of crunched down. Where is that other ball tool? Whatever. We'll just use this one. Like this one has a lot of coloring in the center and I don't really care for that, so I'm going to cover that one up. But I like the way this one came out. So like with these guys, I'm going to really push them down in the center so that they're super cupped. Okay, so that when I put it together, it's more like that. And I'll do that for every other one. But before we get to that, I'm also going to add a little... some fun stuff. I think we'll do some glittering. So let me go find my little pot of glitter. I'll be right back. Gosh, you guys, I was about ready to lose it. I'm like, where is this glitter? Because I have this one pot of glitter I bought a good decade ago, if not longer, at a scrapbook expo. And I always have it in the same spot, but since I've been, you know, rearranging things, I don't know. I'm just going to open this up. I'm not going to pour it this time. What I'm going to do is get a tweezer. Not that one. A better tweezer. Where's my good... this one's okay, I guess. I was looking for a different tweezer, but that's alright. Actually, you know what? Let me get the right tweezer. This is too big. Oh, there they are. We don't have to pause at all. Alright, this is what I was looking for. A little fancy tweezer. And I'm barely going to hold it wherever I feel like, down here somewhere. I don't know. So what I'm going to take with my Barely Arts glue, and I'm going to do this with every one of them, the bottom and top layers. And I'm just going to add a little... glue on the very tips. And this is translucent glitter. And again, this was water-based, so hopefully it doesn't completely show up and make a big mess. But that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Just add a little glittering on every single one. And I'll place it there. Same thing. Grab this. This is the second one that I was going to use. And I'm going to really... bend the ones that I want bent, right? And then keep these guys kind of open. And that's all I'm going to do. Before I dip them, just make sure they're the way I want them. Okay, I'll be back. little bit drying up. I'm actually going to switch out my glue. I was going to keep using this, but this one dries pretty quick, but takes a little bit of time. And there goes an emergency vehicle. I usually pause and restart right now, but I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm going to put a little glue. Oh yeah, totally. Hold on. Put a little glue there. So that Barely Arts one does, like I said, it dries pretty quick, but Nuvo Deluxe dries much faster. So I'm going to take that. And since these are still a little bit wet, I'm just going to pop that on here. I'm trying to see what I'm doing because I'm facing so far from myself. Sorry, guys. Ooh, actually, this is the first one I did, so it's probably dry by now. Just want to get it centered that way. And we're going to pop that in there. And I'm going to do the same for all of them. Just put a little glue in the center, bring this guy over. I paired them up, so they're ready to go. And again, little glue. And a little of this guy. Yeah. And what I'm doing is offsetting them so that the petals are here, but then the ones in the background are peeking out from where the other ones aren't, right? Okay, and I'll do them all the same way. Guys, so I have these little pretty ladies all in a row, and all I'm going to do to finish them off, I mean, they look great just like that, but I want to bring the gold back in like I did with the other flowers, and then I have like gold leaf accents here and there, right? I'm going to use this stuff, and oh, you know what? I don't know where my little spoon went the other day. It's here somewhere. Let's grab something else. Where is... Okay. So, I think I can grab these. They're probably not quite set up yet, but you know, we don't really have to wait for it to completely set because what we're doing is gonna let them sit there anyway, so just gonna put that, put a little glass glitter. This glass glitter from Melissa Francis is glass glitter, like traditionally, what you would consider. I know I had some supposedly like from Martha Stewart, but it was more like Mylar. And that is my center. So I'll do the same thing for all of them, okay? I'll be right back. Just want to let you show, I kind of did them all and then didn't dump them for a little while. The first one I kind of showed you and I dumped it, but this way I was doing kind of like just down the line glue, put a little scoop, let it kind of sit in there because I really wanted to hold on with that weight of the extra glitter that's on top. And then that's it. I hope I dumped them all. Watch me move when a bunch of comes out, but that's it. All right, guys, so that is my busted out. I am super happy with the way these came out. I think these are really pretty and kind of what I was envisioning. You know, I wanted something to have the mix of the two colors that I was using, and this is what I came up with. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope that was fun. And again, I mean, they're just going to look super gorgeous. I'm going to put 3 of each in each little bag, and I'm good to go. So I did like the rolled flowers. It just seemed they're kind of high and everything, so I just figured this might be easier to use on a card, so that's why I'm including that instead. But there they are. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll have some images coming up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now. Oh my gosh, you guys, since I haven't edited this particular video yet, I just wanted to come back and show you after they've dried. I already took pictures and everything, but I don't know. I don't think the camera captures them because these are sitting here next to me because I haven't put them in the bags yet, and they are just so sparkly and pretty. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm super happy with the way they came out. All right. See you guys. Bye now.